because these are all center cut pieces of glorious salmon that come to you directly from the Faroe Islands. And we're going to explain where that comes from in just a second. Look at how stunning this is. This is what you get. This turns into these M48742, 8 of them in the 6-ounce size. Customer top rated, so please read those reviews because it's so hard to get top rated reviews on food because people's tastes are so different. But the fact that everyone loves these is absolutely massive. And we have Brittany Rastelli, who's here with us, that helps us to understand the beauty that is the Faroe Island Premium Salmon Filet. How are you? Hi.
How are you?
I'm great.
Great.
And these are, you know, I've had these multiple times.
I know.
In my household. And when I get the stamp of approval of not just my husband, but also my children, I know I've got an ingredient that truly is stunning. So the size is terrific. They're 6 ounces. They're a hearty portion size. But where are the Faroe Islands? Where do these come from?
So the Faroe Islands are located just north of Scotland. They're a little cluster of islands located in a cold body of water. They're absolutely pristine. There's this really strong Arctic current that flows through that's constantly naturally replenishing the waters. It's just the perfect area for raising salmon. They really thrive there.
Yeah, and that really shows in the flavor, in the texture, because as far as salmon goes, this flavor is so beautiful. You barely even need to put salt and pepper on it. Usually when I eat this on the air, they haven't been seasoned at all, and they're still delicious, which is remarkable.
Exactly. The one that you are going to try has 0 seasoning. So you're going to pick up the moist, buttery, sweet flavoring of the salmon.
Look at this. First of all, how did you prepare these? Because we've got this gorgeous crust on top.
So these are just lightly seared and then baked. The ones that I'm making right now, obviously we're searing. This takes about 10 minutes. And then obviously it's summertime. We have gorgeous vegetables, gorgeous fruits going on right now. So we're grilling. We're outside. We're with our families grilling, depending on which temperature you want, about 5 to 8 minutes. And that's about it.
So delicious because there's a buttery quality to the flavor. It flakes very easily with the fork, but there really is a hardiness to this. It's kind of like halfway in between totally flaky and very sort of thick and steak-like. It's got a beautiful texture.
Exactly. And the salmon are fed an all-natural, hormone-free, antibiotic-free diet. And then they're individually packaged and blast frozen. So basically they come out of the water, they're frozen, they're individually packaged, and they're in your house.
Oh my gosh. And that really is kind of amazing because when you go to your local food store, you can probably find salmon there, but do you know anything about it?
Exactly.
Do you know where it has come from? Do you know what the diet of the fish was? Do you know how many times it's been frozen and or thawed, multiple times potentially, before it even gets to your table? Here, there's no middleman. You know where it's coming from, and this is the result. And let me ask you, why are they all individually packaged?
They're individually packaged so that if you're entertaining for 8 people, you can open them all up. Or if it's just you making yourself dinner, you don't have to open up a package of salmon and potentially either waste or refreeze it.
Yeah, and that to me is really marvelous because air is the enemy of food when it goes in the freezer. So when you take all the air out, then you know you're locking in all of that flavor directly from the source. Your price is $79.82 for all 8 of these. Your price will be going up at the end of the day, as well as your easy pay will be expiring at the end of the day. You can see the reviews at the bottom of your screen. This one says, some of the best salmon I have ever eaten. Great color, meaty, easy to prepare, and worth every penny. That was 5 stars. The next one says these are clean, delicious, and large pieces that are wonderful for dinner. Since salmon is my favorite food to eat, this has been a quick dinner often. And that's the other thing that I like about this so much. As a busy working mom, preparing this is simple because there's no thought process. I haven't messed everything up if I forget to take it out or wasn't even planning on doing it the night before.
Exactly. You can take it out of your freezer and put it in some cold water for about 25 to 30 minutes and slack it out, defrost it. Or you can take it out the night before and put it in your refrigerator and it's ready to go when you get home. So it's really an easy thing to do.
So if we're gonna do it on the grill, because I know the grilling
Mm-hmm.
is popular right now, are there any keys or secrets we need to know to doing that properly?
No, it's so easy. I would put it on the grill on a lower heat. I wouldn't go too high. And again, depending on which temperature you like it. I know you and I are medium rare girls.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be about 5 or 6 minutes on the grill. If you like it a little bit more well done, then leave it there. Just keep checking it. Another great thing that you can do on the grill is you can throw your vegetables on as well. So you're done, your meal is completed.
Yeah, and so if you want to grill it outside while the weather is nice, you can go ahead and do that. But more often than not, because I love to get that sear and that crust truly all over the outside, I like to do it. I put a little bit of butter in a pan. Yes, I do use butter because I think butter tastes better. And I put that in there so that face side down so I get that beautiful brown crust on the outside. Makes it incredible. I need to remind you of a couple of things, Snow. Not only that price is expiring at the end of the day, that the Easy Pay is expiring at the end of the day, and that your shipping is included with this particular food item, but the good news is that you can lock it into auto delivery. So if you don't want that price to go up and you want to make sure you keep getting yours, lock it into auto delivery and you'll get all 8 of these in the 6-ounce size every 4 months for 1 full year just before the price goes up at the end of the day. And it's so nice to have an option, you know, because yes, we have steak. Yes, we have chicken. A lot of people have different varieties of these options. We've got Corky's in the show that's coming up later, which is hooray. But there usually should be a fish option that you can go to if you're having a barbecue, and even if not, to break up the rest of the week. But I'll tell you, Brittany, sometimes fish, when you see it in the food store, if like your parents didn't cook it when you were growing up, can be really intimidating and you're kind of afraid of doing it wrong. This could not be any more simple as like a first time person cooking fish.
You're absolutely right. And I also suggest for people that have had their supermarket salmon before that maybe weren't impressed to really try this one.
Yes.
When you look at this whole side of salmon over here, what it looks like before it's filleted, we are only cutting from the center.
This is the center cut.
We're not using the shoulder or the tail. It's all center cut fillets, and it's got that vibrant orange salmon color, which means that it's high in nutrients. So when you see a salmon that's a more delicate color, you kind of want to stay away from that. That means your omega-3s probably have dissolved at that point.
Right.
It's just not a high quality. And then the gorgeous marbling, the white stripes here, when that cooks and breaks down, it's giving you that moist, buttery flavor. That's where that's coming from.
And that's one of the reasons this is customer top rated, for sure. And since over half of the quantity we originally brought in is gone, that's important for you to know, especially with the price going up and your Easy Pay expiring at the end of the day, which you don't have to be upset about if you lock it into auto delivery, because for the rest of the year, you can keep that going every 4 months, no matter what happens with the rest of the price or the Easy Pay in the future. So that's M48742, the Faroe Island Premium Salmon Filets. Thank you so much, Brittany.
Thank you so much for having me again.
Come on out here. I was going to invite you over, but then you disappeared and said hi to Greg Shockley.
Yes.
But then you're back, and what do you have?
Well, we were